A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned where I had sometimes played chess.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another installment of 50 Weeks of DIY, and this is episode 5. Now for the past few episodes we've been working on leveling up this room, and I may come off as just a beautiful boho fairy princess queen, but I am a woman of many talents and interests, and one of them includes plants. This begonia I've had for a few years now, and it's certainly been through its ups and downs. There was a point in time where I drowned it and it got really sad and wilted, and luckily I managed to save it. It totally bounced back and it's looking better than ever right now. In the summer it does flower. It makes these beautiful pink little flowers. I absolutely love them and I can't wait to see them again. I also recently got a heartleaf shaped Heartleaf Philodendron?
Bruh.
And the reason that I got this plant is because I not only love the way it looks, it also grows into vines of the sort, so it can be a hanging plant eventually, and you can also propagate it in water, so you can make more plants out of the same plant. As long as you know how to look after one and you have enough plant pots, then you can make many of these plants. And I'm super excited about today's video because I am making a propagation station in it. I did look up some videos on propagating begonias, and it looks like you can propagate those in water as well. I've always loved the look of propagating things in water. I originally had the inspiration from seeing something on Wish. Temu actually, but I don't really want to support Temu, and I believe that I can make my own things that look just as good as they do on Temu, if not better. So I first wanted to make a wooden container for this, and luckily the person that I purchased the house from left all this wood scrap behind. I did already have some of the supplies for this. I already had the paint and I already had the wood, but I did have to purchase a glue gun for this, which cost me about 13 pounds, and we also got some table clamps so that I could saw this wood without it moving around too much, and those cost £6 a piece from the local hardware shop. I just had to let the cat in because she was meowing outside. Anyway, so I decided that for this project, I was just going to draw lines on this wood for where I wanted to saw it, and all I had to do was saw it into 3 different strips. One of them was 3 inches wide and the other 2 were 2 inches. So I just measured that out and drew up some guidelines for where I wanted to saw this. My partner did tell me that if you hold the wood that you're sawing off, it makes it a little bit easier to saw, because I was struggling a little bit. So now that we had our 3 strips cut up, the thicker one was going to form the base and sides, and I wanted it to be 12 inches long and 5 inches high. So I went ahead and cut those up. The thinner strips needed to be slightly longer than 12 inches, just so that they would hang off at the end a little bit. This is me being totally reckless and casually grazing the side of my hand on this very sharp tool that I was using. Don't underestimate how sharp a saw is. I do recommend to wear some personal protective equipment if you're going to do this project. I at least want you to learn from my mistakes. Now that I had all my bits of wood ready, I wanted to sand them down a bit on the edges where they were a little bit rough, and then I also had to clean up the mess that I made because there was sawdust all over the floor. To avoid getting any paint on the table, I just put out a piece of paper that I got from an Amazon delivery. Here is the glue gun that I bought from Amazon that I got for this project. I went ahead and plugged that in, let it warm up, and my god, I forgot how much fun glue guns are. The last time I used a glue gun was probably when I was a little girl. I vividly remember enjoying it, and I am so glad that I bought one of these because I cannot wait to use it for future projects as well. I don't know what yet, but we'll find something, I'm sure of it. probably would have recorded more satisfying painting content if I had a proper camera. So guys, now is your chance. If you want to support the channel, please subscribe, leave a comment and a like so that I get some more viewership and can monetize by the end of this year. Once I monetize, I'm buying a brand new camera with lots and lots of storage so I can do lots and lots of lovely time lapses for you guys. I ended up loving the way that this turned out. It does look slightly rustic, it does look very homemade, but I love that about it. It's so cute. I had to let it dry overnight. So fast forward to the next weekend and I'm just checking out my beautiful, amazing work that I had done last weekend. Now I had to pick out some glasses for this. Originally, I was gonna buy some from the charity shop. I thought I would use some cups that I already had purchased from a charity shop a while ago. I think I bought 6 of these for £2. They're kind of inefficient to drink out of anyway, so I'm happy using them for this project, at least for the time being. For the begonia, it was growing a little bit more on one side, so I decided that that's where I was gonna make my clipping. Now, I don't know if I've done this right, but I know that you're supposed to clip it underneath the node. I don't know if these begonia leaves are long enough or have long enough stems rather, but we're just gonna have to trial and error just like we do for everything else in this channel. I didn't want to sacrifice too much of my begonia because I wasn't really sure of the outcome yet, so we're only propagating 1 begonia leaf. I also wanted to get a head start on propagating the philodendron. Even though it is fairly new and it hasn't grown out very much yet, these leaves will get very long. I decided to take 2 clippings of that as well to propagate. These philodendron clippings I realized had new leaves growing, so hopefully those new leaves still grow. I don't actually know what's going to happen. This is all trial and error, and I promise I will update you on this in a few weeks. We just need to see if it actually works. I am very excited and hopeful for my new plant babies, and I can't wait to make more plants out of this because I do have a few extra pots that I can use, and hopefully in one of the coming videos, if not the next video, I'm going to be working on some hanging plants. It's just a matter of getting the right materials for it because there are some slight complications with that. But I think we're gonna be okay, and I'm really excited about working on that. So do make sure that you subscribe so you can stick around for the next one. If you hit the bell button, you will get notified every time I upload a new video, and we are doing this all year. 50 weeks of DIY. So let me know what you think of my propagation station, and if you have any other ideas for plants that are easy to propagate and easy to take care of, because that's my personal favorite type of plant to care for, something that I can't kill, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And with all that said, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful, fantastical day. Bye! Curled exactly half of my hair for this video. How do you even curl the back of your hair? I don't know. It's not a skill that I have yet.
Drink a little water, feel a little better. You do what you gotta.